Guys, listen up. Something is seriously wrong right now. The vibe in the market, it's off. These AI giants are playing a game of chain gang suicide pact. They have tied themselves together like climbers on a slippery cliff, and if one falls, they all go down. I sat down today and really looked under the hood of OpenAI. I mean, really analyzed their books. And let me tell you something, if they keep playing this game, they are going to drop a nuclear bomb on retail investors. You know, Elon Musk has been saying this for a while. He said Sam Altman isn't trustworthy. And honestly, Elon wasn't wrong. That guy, Altman, he is a master manipulator, a total hustler. The situation right now is critical. OpenAI is out there every other day hyping up some news. We're investing hundreds of billions. We're buying all the graphics cards in the world. It sounds great, right? But here is the massive hole in their story. They have no money. I'm serious. The bank account is dry. They've promised investors hundreds of billions in future value, but liquid cash? They've barely got a few billion left. They can't even afford to burn cash anymore. This isn't just risky business, this is creating money out of thin air. It's circular financing. The story on Wall Street? It's running on fumes. The whole AI rally right now is being propped up by nothing but oral promises and IOUs. Just look at the timeline, it's ridiculous. Nvidia says the money they are giving OpenAI? Yeah, that's coming next year. Maybe even 2026. OpenAI promises to pay Oracle? That check isn't being written until the second half of 2027. It's all just trust me, bro. And the most insane part is the deal with AMD. Let me explain this logic to you because it is pure financial wizardry. OpenAI goes to AMD and says, hey, I promise to buy billions of dollars of your chips in the future. AMD hears this and thinks, great, my stock is going to pump. So AMD says, okay, since you're going to buy my chips, I'll let you buy 10% of my company's shares for basically 1 penny. This is the version of the financial magician we are seeing today. OpenAI doesn't need cash. They just need to promise to buy chips later, and in exchange, they walk away with equity in the chip company. Where did the money come from? Nowhere. It doesn't exist. So, OpenAI has no cash to actually buy the chips they need to conquer the universe. And here's the reality check. No other normal investor on Earth wants to touch OpenAI at their current valuation. They can't find a bag holder anymore. So, what do? They go to Nvidia and basically hold a gun to their own head. Imagine the conversation. OpenAI goes to Jensen Huang at Nvidia and says, look, brother, I'm about to collapse, and if I go bust, the AI bubble bursts and your stock crashes. So, are you going to save me or not? Nvidia has no choice. They have to say, fine, let's sign a $100 billion contract. I won't give you the cash until next year, but here's 10 billion for now. You take my money, you buy my chips, you pump my stock price, and hey, take some equity while you're at it. Do you see what's happening? It's money moving from the left pocket to the right pocket. It's a wash trade. And look at Oracle. OpenAI promised to buy $30 billion worth of compute from them over 5 years. Not a dime has been paid yet, but Oracle's stock shot up 40%. But read the fine print. Oracle's own report admits it. Buying GPUs to rent them out? That business is losing money. There is only one winner in this entire circle. It's Nvidia. They are the ones selling the shovels in the gold rush. Everyone else, like Oracle, who buys the shovels to rent them out, is losing their shirt. The other giants aren't stupid. They see the writing on the wall. Google basically folded their hand. They said, this is too expensive. Your hardware is too hot. We're out. That's why Google is making their own TPU chips for Gemini. They don't want to play OpenAI's game. Microsoft is starting to realize this whole thing is built on hype, and they are slowly backing away too. If Nvidia doesn't wire that cash next year, the whole chain breaks. OpenAI burns through almost $20 billion a year. They've raised nearly $60 billion total, borrowing money from everyone, including the UAE. But at this burn rate, they need $120 billion just to survive the next few years. And that doesn't even include the hardware promises. Does this remind you of anything? It's a Ponzi scheme structure. Or like those old scams where you order inventory just to pump the stock price. Even Elon Musk's XAI is doing it. Give me chips, I give you shares. It's not about tech anymore. It's about pumping the stock market. Now let's talk about the product. Everyone is hyping up Sora 2. But let me tell you how the scam works. Why is it invite only? Why is it a registration system? Because they don't have enough compute power. In the beginning, when only a few influencers use it, OpenAI gives them massive resources. So the video looks amazing. But the moment they open it to the public, when millions of you try to use it, the compute power per person drops from $3,000 worth to like 30 bucks. And what do you get? You get garbage video. This is exactly why people say ChatGPT has gotten dumber. It's not the code, it's that they are broke. They can't afford to add more servers because that means paying Nvidia, and that means losing more money. It is a death spiral. Think about it. This is the Uber model all over again, subsidizing the cost to get users. You think $20 a month covers the cost of GPT-4? No way. If you had to pay the real cost for high-performance AI, your bill would be $1,000 or maybe $2,000 a month. Let me ask you, if ChatGPT cost $2,000 a month, would you still use it? Of course not. The costs aren't coming down, and the performance is plateauing. This business model is broken. This iron chain alliance is incredibly fragile. I'm predicting this thing blows up in one of three ways. Number one, the disruptor. Someone like DeepSeek from China releases a model that does the exact same thing as OpenAI, but for 1/10 of the cost. Boom. OpenAI's valuation goes to zero overnight. Number two, the rug pull. One of the key partners like Microsoft or Nvidia decides the risk is too high and stops the funding. Game over. Number three, the cash crunch. They simply can't raise any more actual dollars, only hardware credits. You can't pay the electric bill with GPU credits. We are seeing a story that is moving faster than the actual technology. This is the dot-com bubble all over again. You cannot hype a product infinitely without real profits. These companies have tied their fates together. If OpenAI cracks, the whole supply chain, optical modules, liquid cooling, servers, everything, it all crashes. They are overdrafting the future. They are cashing checks that reality can't cash. Friends, I'm telling you this so you don't get burned. See the matrix. Don't be the last one holding the bag.